DBrand, the infamous, or DBrand. I keep getting that mixed up. Damn, DBrand. All right, here we are with DBrand, infamous folder you get in the mailbox that when you see it, you know exactly what it is. So they've had this detailed artwork for a while now on their packaging. Still really dope to this day. As you can see, if you look at the details, are like robot, transformer style animations. Really cool. In this packaging, I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with DBrands. There really isn't much in here, but this is a continuation to a skin that I enjoyed that you will be able to see on this guy right here on my Fold 2. As you know, I like all black everything. It's usually what I end up going with. As you can see, my phone case on my S22 Ultra. The S22 Ultra I got was the all black variation. If you can't tell, black is my colorway. Matte black preferred. Because I love that colorway so much, and DBrand, you know, makes the best skins out there, which I'll link that video on top of this one if you're interested in checking out the skin installation for the Fold 2. There might be a little bit of wear and tear, so I've had this, definitely a couple months I've had this skin on this phone, and as you can see how well it's been holding up for that time. Now, when I was running this skin on this phone on a daily basis, I didn't have a case. I literally just had this phone and the skin on it, and that was literally the only protection I had. So you might be able to tell there's a few little scratch marks, little scuff marks right here. Now, the positive of this skin over any other skin, the scuff marks actually add character to the case because it is a authentic leather case. Leather has a wear that kind of adds a, you know, vintage look that people like. I'm not one to disagree with that, so it does look nice, especially over time it does to some people look better. That's what we got. I just wanted to show the Fold 2 and the condition this skin is in after, you know, I'd say at least 5 to 6 months use. Wearing it with no case whatsoever, just the skin. Now, I recommend wearing a skin regardless if you have a case or not. That way the phone has protection to micro scratches. Even though I have this case, and this is what I'm gonna be rocking majority of the time, my later case, you can go ahead and check that video out. I'll have that link down below as well. The main thing is I'm still gonna be wearing a skin underneath this case. I don't want those micro scratches to affect the phone when it comes to having to resell the phone or whatever the case may be. You wanna keep the phone in the best shape as you can. Getting a skin is a way to do that. There's nothing special about this unboxing. Pretty familiar with what we get in here, but like the last one, we got the matte black microfiber cloth with a bowl stitched on the front. So it just kind of goes with the theme. We are greeted with the leather case here. So they have 3 different colorways. They have the black, the light brown, and the darker brown. But black is the way I gotta go. Especially if I'm rocking a case, I wanna have that whole cohesive look. Now, you only get 1 skin. I know some of the cases that you get, you could get 2 of them possibly, but with the leather one, you do only get 1 skin. Now, this is their highest quality skin that they offer as far as material wise. Now, all their skins are high quality, even their standard skins, whatever skin you pick, they have really high quality skins. I don't think I can recommend any other company for skins other than DBrand. Check the website out. They got a lot of great stuff over there for multiple different products. As you can see, if you look in the case, it does collect dust still with inside the case. So this is what I'm talking about. It's good to have a skin on it because if you look, you can see the phone still collects dust when it's in the case. And even though it's still in the case being protected from drops and like other scratches, there's still this dust sitting on your phones, and it's gonna collect over time, rubbing up against the paint. So the perks of having a skin, even if you don't even want the skin to look good, just get some basic skin, put it on your phone, and run it with your case. That way you're protecting your phone from all the micro scratches over the years that are just gonna gather from this sitting in your pocket inside the case, rubbing up against the phone. So let me go ahead and clean the phone, and then we'll go ahead and get this process started. Now, it doesn't come with it. Just go ahead and grab yourself a wet wipe of some sort. Make sure all the dust is off. You don't want any dust sitting underneath that skin. With this camera on this phone, you really got to make sure you get the rings of the camera lenses because it really holds a lot of dust on the crevices of that camera. You're gonna fold it down like this. Just fold it down like that. And then we're gonna work on the camera lenses first. So essentially, once we can get the camera lenses lined up, everything else will line up perfectly. And then once you have them lined up, make sure the edges are perfectly lined up right here on the corners. Make sure they're flush and even on the sides as well. And then once you do that, you essentially could just peel this back and it should be lined up. Now this is a stiffer case because it is leather. So what I would recommend is getting a blow dryer and getting the edges a little heated up so that way you can round them off on the phone and then make sure the adhesive is nice and sticky to the phone. One might be a little more heavy dutier than what we need, but it'll do the job. So go ahead and heat up the edges. Now one thing I am noticing, this is a little bit harder to round off the edges than one on my fold. So it's gonna take quite a bit of rubbing here. So go ahead and get your thumb on the edge here and just kind of pull it down the edges. Make sure you hold it for a second, especially on the first go around. That way you make sure the edges stay. It did take me quite a little bit more time than typical, but if you keep heating it up and pushing it down with your thumb, holding it, pushing down, holding it, push it down, holding it all the way up or all the way down, it'll eventually start to stick.